Hey everybody, Uncle Snussy here. It's been a while. Haven't done one of these videos. Decided to do a video because we're going on a new adventure as a faction. Some people have decided to get together and hoard resources and attack an upcoming month-long contest to see how many people we can hopefully drag across the finish line to get that chase wrestler on Zombie Month. So I thought, being that this is something that I've been doing personally for years, I thought I would share a little bit about it, um, just about the concept of hoarding and strategy for sort of gearing up to take a shot at a month-long event. Um, anyway, like I said, I've been doing this for a while. It was easier in the past. It used to be you could get resources quickly enough to hoard and fire into a contest quite quickly. But I've noticed over the years it gets a little more difficult. But at the same time, your roster gets stronger and you're able to do more with less resources. And so sometimes you can end up accomplishing a month-long event without necessarily even having tried all that hard. But that comes from roster growth. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to, for those who haven't attempted to hoard any kind of resources before, just sort of generally go over the approach a bit. How convicted am I about hoarding? Well, I actually haven't spent much this year. And so my coin, let's just say, is currently above 250 million, but below 500 million. And my TP is above 50,000, but below 100,000. So we'll just go with that. Blitz tickets, I'm not necessarily hoarding those. I haven't been hoarding those as much, but that is part of the bigger picture, right? So, the goal of hoarding and then firing into one of these events is you want to be able to participate in as much of it as possible. So we just closed out a month, so I'll talk a little bit about how I would approach that. And so in that case, I try to avoid spending too many of the shirts that you collect in the year, and then I'll go ahead and use the store at the very end. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, Scopely. Brilliant. Okay. Well, kick me out of the game. Good grief. Let's try this again. All right, the game kicking me out and demanding a refresh usually means Scopely screwed something up and they're trying to stop everybody from doing anything and forcing them to restart. So I don't know what necessarily got screwed up. I probably missed out on something really good in that process, and it added some extra red dots, right? So I can feel like I'm about to be under sniper fire. But anyway, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the store, and we're gonna actually look at the store for last month. So I would, when it comes to these kind of items that you see during a given month, yes, absolutely grab Blitz tickets, right? Because that's one of the things we're after. I noticed this month they're doing these TP packs. The TP pack is costing 80 shirts and you get 75 TP. And normally 40 shirts would get you 25 TP. So in a way, it's buy two, get one free, right? So that's definitely worth it from a hoarding perspective to use your shirts on that. Now, generally speaking, what you're going to be using your shirts on is going to be prize wall, and it's going to be focused, number one, on coin, because historically that's been the hardest to come by, although it seems like it's been getting a little bit easier. And so, you can clear out your daily events to collect TP along the way. You can do the Dead Man dailies to get some coin that way, but the amount of coin you get for that versus the amount of coin you really need in order to do a month-long contest is not all that great. But the TP that you can farm in the dailies is definitely nice. And then I like to focus on these to get as much coin as possible. Now, one of the things I do, nerd alert here, is that I have a sheet where I've sort of said how much value TP and coin have when it comes to shirts, like how much coin per TP, how many shirts per 1 point of TP, how much coin per 1 point. I did it again. How many shirts per 1 coin? So what I do to establish that baseline is I look at the your premium pricing, and I look at the small coin pack, and I look at the small TP pack, and I basically say, all right, 25 TP for 160 shirts, right? And I say, okay, and this is 250,000 coin for 180 shirts. So that sort of establishes the baseline. And then I go through each of these and I look to see where is the most value. In other words, where am I getting the most coin and the most TP for the least amount of shirts? And so when we come over here to the spreadsheet that I have, and I go to this scratch pad right here, you can see that I've assigned how many shirts there, what you get, how many coin, how many TP, how many shirts you're having to pay, how many shirts they're actually worth, and so therefore establishing this value. So the level up packs, every single month, that's the greatest value. I wish they had a ton of them you can buy. They usually only have one. But 1 million coin and 100 TP for 450 shirts is awesome. It's worth 1,360 shirts. So definitely want to grab that. And then I basically, when it comes to spinning my shirts, I'm going to be looking at, okay, what's the value factor, right? Now, the one thing I don't necessarily do is I don't necessarily buy the large TP packs right off the jump, because I want the coin first and foremost. So I grab that level up pack. I'm going to nab as many of these massive TP coin combos as I can possibly get. And then once that's done, because those are 6,700 shirts each, then I'll start to just fill in the rest with some of these others, right? So let's go back and take a look at what I have. Let's see how many coin I have. Where's that level up pack? Okay, there's a level up special. So I've got 16,400 shirts from last month's event. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, you only can get one of these. I wish they had a ton of them, but you get one. So I'm going to grab that. 1 million coin, 100 TP. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for those massive packs. And I'm going to get as many of these as I can, which is 2. So that's going to be 8 million coin and 2,000 TP. And you might ask, where the hell do all the shirts come from? The shirts all come from getting as deep, as far in every single conceivable solo contest throughout the month that you possibly can. No stone unturned. Grab a second one. All right, so that's 9 million coins so far, plus 2,000 some odd TP. And then we're going to move back over and let's see what else has a good value. That champion combo pack 1 costs 1,560. Let me see if I've got enough for that. This guy right here, I do. So let's grab another 3 million coin. So now I'm up to 12 million coin. And let's see what else we got. All right, so I've purchased the level up special. I've grabbed 2 of those. There were originally 3. There's 1 left. I've grabbed Champion Combo Pack 1 and Premium Combo 2. I bought 1 of those. Right, and the net result of that is about 12 million coin and about 2,500 TP. Just from those purchases alone. So what do I got left? I got 68 left. So I can go to the prize wall Starbucks and grab a grande mocha frappuccino, and then I'm pretty much done. And if you, so that's it. So once a month, have a spending splurge. Grab yourself 10 plus million coin. Grab yourself a couple thousand TP, and then the rest of your coin just comes from just doing the events and collecting the coin. And so pretty soon over time that starts to build up pretty good. Let's then turn our attention now, because I'm done with that, and turn my attention to the talent up. Now in this particular case, I'm not focusing on participating in this month, but what I am doing is I'm scouting to get an idea for how much I'm going to need for those future months, right? When I'm actually going to attempt this. So we probably, in a perfect world, would have planned this well ahead of time so people could really prepare. We're basically going to have 2 months to prepare. So it'll be an interesting experiment to see what we can do with that. All right. So I apparently accidentally stopped recording and I had no idea where, so I kind of threw off my groove. But anyway, I kind of figured out where I lost my place and all of that, and so I'm coming back around. And so initially what I was wanting to talk about was basically I'm going to use this month to scout future month, what the expectations might look like in future months, to try to be prepared. So the purpose is to go through the contests and see where the milestones are set at and what kind of rewards they're giving people, just to sort of have an idea of what we might be in store for in a couple of months when it comes to the next competition. So the first thing I want to look at is, okay, what does the talent up look like? So we'll come over here to the competitions. We'll come to the kickoff talent up. We'll check out the milestones. We'll scroll on down, and that's massive, absolutely massive. So I haven't scouted one of these in a while because I was not interested in preparing to attack a month-long contest in the recent future. But I can tell you that the last one I scouted, that one right there is almost 4 times as big in terms of what the point expectations are, right? And so that doesn't necessarily always mean anything. They might throw some extra tiers up here at the top with some other goodies for people to chase after that aren't maybe necessary for making a huge amount of progress in getting the chase character in the month-long event. But the other thing is they can adjust the scoring system. So I've already gone in through here, spreadsheet number 2, and I've plugged in all of these values to see what it looks like. And so I'm going to flip back over so you can kind of take a look and see right here. Okay, so this is where I track, what kind of tokens does it take to take a character from this level to that level across the board. What is the max milestone requirement? How many points are they giving for evolving? How many points are they giving for each of these tokens? And here's what I can observe between this talent up and previous ones I have seen. So they have significantly reduced the benefit of the higher level evolutions. So from like 4-star gold to 5-star bronze, and from 5-star bronze to 5-star silver. The last month-long one that I scouted, 2 5-star bronze to 5-star silver would have actually maxed out the entire talent up. Now it's 8, right? And then on the flip side, what they have done is that they have boosted the credit you get for some of the lower tier stuff, right? So some of that 3-star progression and some of that 4-star progression, you now get more credit for those than you used to in the past. One of the changes, I don't know when the change happened, but they started giving credit for 3-star gold tokens, which they didn't used to do in the past. And you can actually see the 3-star gold token. It has a pretty significant boost. It's even above the 4-star gold token, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I guess that's basically the way that they decided to set up the system for this one. So, what the sheet basically tells me is that, these 3-star gold going from 4-star silver to 4-star gold is kind of a sweet spot for progress and getting a lot of credit, right? Because that's the most 3-star gold tokens you can spend. And so you're getting a lot of credit for that, right? So you can sort of see that doing this would be kind of painful in maxing it out. Obviously, those people going from 5-star bronze to 5-star silver is of tremendous benefit to you in the game, but in terms of like the credit that you're getting for those in the talent up, it's kind of ugly. But on the flip side, you can do 4-star silvers to 4-star gold, and it takes 12 of those to max out the event, and you just mix and match with the you can see the points over here. And I should also point out that this does not take into account the credit you're getting for the actual talent itself of the characters going up. So a 5-star bronze going to 5-star silver has a pretty significant talent jump. So the talent gives you 900 points. So a couple thousand in talent increase going from 5-star bronze to 5-star silver, that makes up for some of this gap, right? So when you're looking at this, you're kind of looking at this as like a worst case scenario, and the actual credit that you're getting could be much better based on that talent gap up from one level to another, from 4-star gold to 5-star bronze, or 5-star bronze to 5-star silver. So this isn't the end all be all. I like to do things in a way where it's kind of worst case. So when it's easier than it looks, that's kind of nice. So in terms of actually doing it, I personally don't like the idea of spending coin during the talent up contest in order to increase the talent to get the milestones. What I mean by that is I'd much rather prepare for the talent up contest the month prior. So get people ready to evolve, get people ready to enhance, get them all lined up at the starting gate, and when that talent up hits, then go. Start enhancing and evolving them. And then if you find yourself falling short of whatever milestone goal you were trying to set, that's when you can maybe drop some coin and get some people up, and sort of use a sheet like the one I did to sort of figure out kind of where the sweet spot is of how much coin do I need to spend, how much TP do I need to spend to get this person from here to here, and how many points do I get in the contest for doing that, right? So the other thing is actually working on the free character that they give you. In this case, it was Sasha Banks, right? Get a huge bonus there. So by increasing her talent and her moves and her levels, you get both the credit for increasing the roster talent, and you also get the credit for increasing the free character that they gave you. And they're giving them out at a higher level now, so there's a bigger gap for you to be able to fill without having to use the tokens to keep going any further, or to have to pay for something in the store. But that's kind of scouting that, right? So not for the purposes of today, but for the purposes of 2 months from now, when this is going to happen, I kind of want to know how many people do I have to get lined up and ready to go. Now, I haven't been doing any talent ups in quite some time, so I've got a pretty decent amount of people already ready to go. So in my particular case, if I wanted to today, I could max out today's talent up event just with the people I have already lined up and ready to go. But that's not the intent. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. I want to do the October event. Some of you are going to be joining along with me. I think that's going to be interesting and fun. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do anything this month, and unless they dangle a huge carrot for the month of September, I probably won't do that one either, right? So, but anyway, that's the point of that, just to kind of give you an idea. And then I like to go back next month and fill this all out again and see how badly we got screwed by them raising the bar and lowering the points for the next one. But anyway, yeah, so that's that one. And then the other things that I'm interested in scouting is what are going to be the requirements of the TP contest. Typically, there's a TP contest once a week, every week. The top milestone in this TP contest is 260,000 not TP, but 260,000 points. And then the credit you get is 30 per TP spend. And so what that works out to, 8,700 TP to max out week number 1. So you think about that and you go, okay, is that going to be every week? I don't know. And if it is every week, that's 36,000 TP almost. And that's a freak out number. But what I would say is don't focus so much on that as know that you're going to be in this contest for 4 or 5 weeks. And that's something to check out, right? How many days is the contest? And you're probably going to get one of these events a week. So spread it out, right? If you've got 8,000 TP, spend 2,000 TP a week to work on these events. Don't focus necessarily on trying to max out one and sacrifice being able to participate in any of the others. Typically, there's value. There's the way they typically line up. I haven't checked this month, but the way they typically line up is there's tiny value in some of the first few levels, and then there's really good value in some of the middle milestones, and then there's really not all that great of value in those highest level milestones. You can get some pretty cool stuff, but the amount of resources you've got to spend to get there can sometimes be a little crazy. But yeah, that's that. Right now, there is no coin event while the talent up is going on. Once the talent up ends, they'll pop in a coin event. You do get credit for spending the coin in the talent up. Normally, that's not a great way to go. We're talking 172 million is the talent up, and I think you get up to 30 million credit for coin. So that's not a great way to go about those competitions. Really, where it's at is those tokens spent to evolve and enhance the wrestlers. So get those wrestlers lined up in the months prior. Resist the urge to evolve and enhance them. Just to evolve and enhance them, save them up, line them up at the starting gate, and when that talent up hits, that's when you go, and that's when you get the most credit, is for spending those tokens. All right, so that's it for TP contest, and obviously the TP contest is going on during the talent up. So if you do use TP during the talent up event, you do get credit for it. And FYI, I do tend to do that. So I do tend to save TP and spend TP during the talent up event because it's kind of double dipping. I'm getting credit for the talent up and I'm getting credit for the very first TP contest of the month-long challenge, right? So I scout it ahead of time to get an idea of maybe how much TP they're going to give me full credit for spending, and then figure out with the wrestlers that I have lined up and ready to go, how much TP do I need to spend to get them all the way ready to evolve or enhance, so that if those numbers don't line up, then I'll spend a little bit ahead of time to get them ready. All right, so moving on. Next thing I want to see is what that blitz is looking like. All right, so blitz, here we go. Again, I'm a worst case scenario guy, so I'm assuming, all I can do is the normal mode blitz. I'm not going to have any of the bonus superstars, and so I'm going to have to grind to basically, the fair thing to do is at least 1%, right? So it's 10 million event. 1% of that is 100,000, right? And you're getting 1,680 points per run without any bonus superstars. So that's about 60 runs. And that works out to 18,000 blitz tickets. So 4 weeks of those blitzes, do I know that week 2, week 3, and week 4 are going to work out the same way? No, I don't. But you're looking at probably about 80,000 blitz tickets right now for a month-long event. And again, you might be able to do hard, and so it's going to take less runs, and your blitz ticket demand might be a little different. Actually, typically the way the blitzes work is the more you're willing to grind, the less it's going to cost in tickets. So, the shortcut, if you will, of doing hell or hard with a bunch of bonus superstars, the flip side of the shortcut is typically that per blitz run, you're having to spend more blitz tickets, but the trade-off is you don't have to do as many runs, and there isn't as many matches per run. So you're able to hit, if the goal is to do 1%, you're able to hit that fairly quickly, much easier that way. I don't know if there was anything else really to talk about when it comes to sort of what we're talking about now, which is the preparation phase, right? So I'm not really talking about what it's going to be like to participate in this particular boss time talent up competition. So I'm not necessarily focused on what's going on this month. I'm focused on what does the coming months look like. And, please feel free to leave comments, and we can have some conversation. If you guys got some ideas of some things that maybe I haven't looked at, or you got some questions, that'd be awesome. This video is really intended for my faction, but I know it's out there for the universe to see. And if you're in another faction, feel free to fire me, a question or a comment on YouTube, and I will try to get back to you. But that's it, people. I can't think of anything else to talk about. I'm sure I forgot 1,000 things I want to talk about. That's okay. Thanks for sticking with me, and good luck out there. Later.